Though not officially something that you have to do as part of the mastery system, there's something that I suggest that all students do if they want to succeed in a class. Basically, the day that you have a class with me, you should always go home, and the first thing you should do is that you should review what happened in that day. You should review any notes that you took in class. You should maybe even read the notes out loud, because it helps a lot. Maybe rewrite your class notes. So there's some options of things you can do to actually review for the class. Do a 5-minute summary based on what happened that day in class, so you can do see what you remember best and what you don't really remember. Write the muddiest points. What are the things you least understood about the things you had covered in that class? Perform some self-quizzing. Create flashcards and things like that you had. Review again everything that was for that class. You can do a little bit of review so that we reinforce the material. Practicing answering important points from the questions raised in the discussion. If you had a discussion that day, I will actually ask you questions. If you weren't the one that answered the question, or you should maybe write down the answer and make sure that you can answer that question on your own, because that might be a test question. So it's always good to do that kind of review. And if you did not do it before the class, do the whole questioning, importance, relevance, opinion, or even the experiment creation steps, the last steps of the studying part, because they are very crucial to help you learn as well. And of course, you can complete extra work that you did not have time to do it in class. But remember that any homework that you do at home will be worth less, because the focus should not be on homework, it should be on studying. And if you do homework at home, it should be because you feel that you need to practice to make sure that you know the stuff. And also remember that the points are worth more if you do the same thing in class. And finally, remember that the ultimate way to learn is to teach. So if you pair yourself up with someone else and become a teacher, and you teach to them what you've learned, that's going to be the ultimate way for you to make sure that you succeed in the class. So these are just some ideas for things you should do after class, after you cover the class, before you start worrying about the next class. So every class that you have with me, every topic that you finish, you should do these things. You should read over the notes out loud, review the notes, rewrite the notes, write a 5-minute summary. Write and address your muddiest points. Self-quiz on the key terms and your objectives. Do the higher level questioning tasks, the higher level experimental creation tasks. Even if you're not going to do the actual experiment, just create one. Write the post-lab procedures. If you did a lab but didn't have time to finish that, do extra work if you do have the time to do it. All of these things will help you become a better student.